adding animation is relatively simple. The first thing you'd like to know is what is going to go in first. This Dr. Good Fogle is going to come in first, then the Dr. Evil Fogle is going to come in second, this talking bubble, this, and this. And so with that, what we're going to do is we need to first bring up the custom animation task pane. To bring that up, you simply right-click on any of the characters you want to animate and go to Custom Animation. You could also right-click on any of the talking bubbles and also do Custom Animation, or lastly, you can go to Slideshow and Custom Animation. All of those do the same thing. Now, I want him to walk in first. When I click on him, I can then click on Add Effect. There are 4 options. Entrance effects allow the character to walk onto the slide. Emphasis effect, draw attention to a character. Either grow, spin, change colors, etc. Exit effect has a character stay on the slide and actually leave the slide. And then a motion path allows you to draw a character go from one part of the slide to another. Well, in this case I want him to do an entrance effect, and I want him to walk in, and I'm going to choose fly in. It's pretty much the closest option I have. Now unfortunately it starts from the direction from the bottom, and I don't want him to come from the bottom, so I can change that direction by changing it from bottom to be from left. And there he goes. Now I'm going to do the same thing to the other character. Click on him, add effect, entrance, fly in, change it from bottom to be from the right. Now for instance, if that's too fast for you, you can also change the speed from very fast all the way to very slow. Maybe I'll just change it to plain old fast. The next thing I want to do, I want these bubbles to come in 1, 2, 3, 4, or more specifically 3, 4, 5, 6. So I click on this button, add an entrance effect, I don't know, checkerboard. I'll click on this one, add effect, entrance fade. If that's too slow, I'll change it from medium to very fast. This one, add entrance box. And then lastly, this one, add entrance. If I want to go to more effects, I have all kind of options: basic, subtle, moderate, or exciting effects. Make sure your effects are relatively easy to understand and they're not too crazy and that kind of stuff. So now you notice once I put all these options in, I now have numbers next to each of my characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is the order that the animations are going to happen. And you see these little mice next to each of the options? What that's telling me is that that animation is not going to happen until I click my mouse. Now if you press the play button here, clicking the mouse is disabled. You just simply watch and it just basically shows you what the animations that you've chosen are. And it makes might be a quick way to say, you know what, I want to change that to be a little bit faster. So I'll click on the number 6. Instead of very slow, I'll make it very fast. Now, if I actually watch this in my presentation, nothing's going to happen until I click my mouse. Once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there you go. That's the end of my presentation. Now if I want to make some changes to it, let's say I want the evil Dr. Fogle to walk in before the good Dr. Fogle. Well, I need to change this number 2 to a 1. I can do that 2 different ways. I can click on the number 2, which selects it up here, and I can click on this and drag it up 1. And that makes it a number 1. If I do the undo button here, I could also click on the number 2 again and go down here. It says reorder. I can press up or down to make it 1 or further down the list. You could do that with any of your auto shapes. Now, if I want maybe 2 auto shapes to happen at the same time, let's say I want these 2 bubbles to come in at the exact same time. What I can do is the second of the 2 bubbles, I'll click on the number 4, and then what I'm going to do is instead of making it by the mouse click, instead of on click, I'm going to change it to be with previous. And notice how the 4 changed to a 3. They both have the same number 3. So you can choose to have, instead of it on click when you click the mouse button, you can change it to be with the one before it or immediately after the one before it. You still don't have to click the mouse button. So it's really up to you. So now I've taken it down from, instead of 6 clicks, I've now made it down to just 5 clicks. And if you watch, here we go. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clicks. And then I click and I'm in with my presentation. So that is how you do an animation. Good luck.